Hello, and welcome to A Deweyan Approach to Inquiry, Improving Teacher Self-Efficacy Through Professional Development by Kimberly B. Myers. John Dewey was a 20th century pragmatic educational philosopher who promoted investigation and inquiry learning in the science classroom. Dewey argued for child-centered instruction that focused on experience in the classroom, and his progressive ideals still have a strong influence over education today. In order to improve the quality of educational experiences, this paper will examine the following research questions. 1. How can we utilize a Deweyan approach to further enhance classroom experiences through project-based learning, or PBL? And 2, how can we improve inquiry-based professional development, or PD, to help increase and sustain positive teacher self-efficacy, which will ensure student achievement in the classroom? So the problem? Traditional educational practices fail to address the needs of our 21st century student learners. In a traditional classroom, the students passively learn while the teacher tells them what to think. Dewey described traditional classroom as simply the acquisition of what is already incorporated in books and already in the heads of elders. This type of learning truly limits expression and student individuality. So how do we address this problem? Inquiry-based learning promotes active learning as students seek to find answers to real-world problems through scientific investigation. In addressing the research questions, this paper examines PBL as it aligns with Deweyan philosophies. Additionally, professional development practices to support the implementation of PBL will be examined as a means for improving teacher self-efficacy, which is linked to student achievements. Finally, ongoing PLCs will be discussed as a means for sustaining teacher self-efficacy in the classroom. The theoretical framework for this paper is first based on constructivism and the social learning theory. Constructivism refers to the active construction of knowledge where students use prior experiences and new applications to assimilate or accommodate new knowledge and understanding. The social learning theory by Bandura states that learning is a social cognitive process that involves direct observation and experiences within a social environment. Dewey was an advocate for scientific investigation and inquiry learning in the classroom. Finally, this paper discusses self-efficacy, and Bandura further outlined the domains of self-efficacy as a measurement tool. For the literature review, I looked at several different research studies. First, Iwamoto, Hargis, and Wong looked at PBL effectiveness and student perceptions of inquiry lessons. They found that students that had negative perceptions about inquiry at the beginning of the school year actually had positive perceptions towards the end of the year. Additionally, they had higher student achievement on their summative exams. Additionally, Coburn, Schuster, and Adams looked at inquiry versus direct instructional approaches in the classroom. What they found was that students in the inquiry group experienced learning by doing. Also, Casey in 2014 examined Dewey's nature of curiosity. What they found was that curiosity drives the inquiry process. Dewey's power of the problematic was used in a study by Metz in 2009. They found that problems can help inspire teachers, which Dewey originally said can help inspire students, so it can do both. Lastly, professional development and teacher self-efficacy were researched. Teacher self-efficacy has been positively linked to student performance in the classroom. These researchers found that PD on inquiry practices increased teacher and pre-service teacher self-efficacy. So what about Dewey? Dewey said that Educators should promote active, student-centered learning experiences in the classroom. They should combine subject matter with method and inquiry learning and teaching. Also, he said they should connect the mind and body to promote meaningful learning experiences. Aligned with constructivist ideals, Dewey said that the formation of intellect and cognition involves the following. First, observation, then past experiences and knowledge, and then finally judgment to assimilate new knowledge based on these experiences. So in the discussion, project-based learning comes first, which aligns with social constructivism. PBL allows students to learn through real-world projects while promoting interactive collaboration amongst students. During PBL lessons, students are given a problem that is similar to inquiry questions, which guides inquiry and learning throughout the lesson. Dewey believed that education should encourage students to be lifelong learners. He believed that learning should be active. Dewey also emphasized the need for reflection and critical thinking in the classroom. PBL serves as a tool for helping students achieve these higher-level cognitive processes, and it allows students to synthesize their own products and presentations to achieve the project goals. Next, self-efficacy. Self-efficacy was first outlined by Bandura in 1977 as the belief that an individual has achieved his or her own goals. Self-efficacy has been used in education as a predictor of student motivation and learning. Furthermore, teacher self-efficacy has been shown to have a significant impact on student learning in the classroom. Some of the effects of positive teacher self-efficacy include better organization, increased positivity exhibited in the classroom, more open to taking risks, and also teachers spent more time developing students' knowledge of scientific concepts. Casey, in 2014, described Dewey's nature of curiosity in order to promote inquiry practices for students. These curiosities can be applied to help students gain an understanding of difficult concepts and construct new knowledge. The first curiosity Dewey described was the physical curiosity. This is touching and manipulating objects. Secondly, Dewey described social curiosity, which is incessant questioning that serves as a means for communicating. Lastly, Dewey described intellectual curiosity, which is the natural, intrinsic curiosity that causes students to continue thinking about a particular question or concept in their minds. So this is what teachers should have an understanding of in order to help students learn at higher cognitive levels. Lastly, professional learning communities. In order to sustain high levels of teacher self-efficacy, schools should ensure teacher support and development through ongoing PLCs. Dewey posited that the power of the problematic can be used as an inspirational tool to help motivate students when trying to find a solution to a challenging problem. Metz further used this when he suggested that the power of the problematic can be utilized to help encourage teachers when having difficulties implementing inquiry-based practices within the classroom. So when they have this challenging problem while implementing inquiry instruction, they can come together in ongoing PLC meetings to discuss solutions for these problems. And just as Dewey suggested, these problems can help motivate teachers to find the answers when beginning to implement inquiry instruction within the classroom. So in conclusion, Dewey was a strong advocate for creating quality experiences that promote high levels of thinking and learning in the classroom. Within this research paper, we looked at the first research question: how can we utilize a Deweyan approach to further enhance classroom experiences through project-based learning? PBL should be implemented in order to provide meaningful experiences that enable students to think for themselves and construct new knowledge based on their social interactions and experiences. The second research question was, how can we improve inquiry-based professional development to help increase and sustain positive teacher self-efficacy that ensures student achievement in learning? In addition to incorporating PBL practices within the classroom, PD opportunities should focus on training that seeks to improve teacher self-efficacy through first-hand inquiry experiences and training. Also, the nature of curiosity can be used to help train teachers on how to teach students to use their natural curiosities to enhance the learning experience. And the power of problematic can be used as a tool to help motivate teachers to find solutions to challenging questions. This can be used within PLCs that are ongoing throughout the year. In closing, we have a video clip for you that I went ahead and fast forwarded. Oh, technology.
The world is moving at a tremendous rate. No one knows where. We must prepare our children not for the world of the past, not for our world, but for their world, the world of the future.
The following references were used in creating this video. Thank you for watching.